I feel this is, quite frankly, this is one of the dangers of sending your children to school. We send them to school also, but we keep in mind if ever there is too much difficulty and too much trouble and too much conflict with sending them to school, also with regard to worldly traditions, well, there is always the option of homeschooling. School is one of the main tools used to transfer, transmit, let's say, the current opinions, the current standards of good behavior and of, let's say, what should be your goal in life, to transmit that to the next generation. And children seem to learn more from the other children than from their own parents. And quite frankly, I think many parents can confirm that children seem to have more respect for their teachers than for their own parents. When the teacher says something in class, do this or do that, oops, immediately they do it. If mama or papa says it at home, nope. Or they just walk, take it slowly. No. They might take it slowly. In school they would be fast, because the teacher would expect them to be fast. That's also peer pressure, of course, and they would be, let's say, punished in the presence of other children, which they don't like. And at home, well, there's maybe no sisters or brothers, or just one sister or brother who are there all the time, so they wouldn't care so much. Yeah, so this is one of the problems. By the way, problems of our present society. By the way, I also think that this was a huge problem before the flood, the great flood in Noah's time. There's a verse that says that men took for wives anyone whom they chose. Well, in my understanding, this might well refer to taking as a spouse someone, regardless of sex, for instance. Whoever they chose, I'm a man, and this guy, I like him, so I will marry him. And maybe there was no limit, they could marry also another guy who was already married to another guy. So I think that's what you should understand by that verse. They took them for wives whomever they wanted, without restrictions. Without restrictions. Whether they were married already or whether they were different sex or same sex, probably didn't matter. And I'm afraid that's where we are heading to. We're not there yet, but that's where we are heading to. And one of the signs, of course, is people, men wearing women's clothes, women wearing men's clothes. So we should be, let's say, zealous in teaching our children the biblical roles. I think it's fine to teach a woman how to earn money. That's fine. However, it is mandatory, I feel, to teach young girls, to teach girls how to cook, how to sew clothes, typically female tasks. We should not teach them to look down upon it. I think this society has deep disrespect for people doing those jobs. And quite frankly, that should not be. Cleaning. Who would want to live in a dirty house, or who would want to work in a dirty office? Why on earth would you look down on someone who is cleaning the restrooms, the comfort rooms? Their job is absolutely necessary. May I say so? Many administrative jobs are not absolutely necessary. They are useless, a waste of time. You know, now I see this less, but even a few years ago I went to the counter in the supermarket and I had just paid, and to the left or the right of that person was another person whose job it was seemingly to check. I just paid. What did you need to check? I don't see that so often anymore for some reason. But let me tell you, many jobs that are respectful are in reality not so useful. Not so useful as those that we may look down upon. Also because they make not much money.